guys, Anthony Ace Michaels from SleeperSelections.com. Make sure you go to BestSportsPicksToday.com to get all the picks from all the top handicappers, and I'm one of them on there, so make sure you go there and check it out. All the sports are up. Last week was 1-3. You know, we had the overs in those NFC East games. You know, the last game wasn't really being played. I mean, kind of not my fault, but you know, I'm taking the loss. And the other game, you know, we were pretty much almost at the cover in the third quarter, and then they decided not to score too much anymore. So, you know, it happens. And, you know, I can't, I really do think that Arizona would have won that game if Kyler Murray don't get hurt. So, you know, it could have very easily went the other direction. But that's sports gambling. So we're going to focus on the playoff games here. Now remember, there's 6 games instead of 4 because we added a team in each division or each conference. And also, one team gets a bye instead of 2. So that'll mix it up a little bit, make it fun. 6 games on the slate. I'm going to go over all 6, and I'm going to give you my pick with the upsets. First one is on Saturday at 1:05 Eastern. It's the Indianapolis Colts at the Buffalo Bills. This game should be pretty close. I see that the Buffalo Bills are favored by 7 in some spots. I would look at that line, see if you can get 7.5. I do think that the late money and the smart money and the shark money is going to come in on the Indianapolis Colts late because they're going to try to push it to 7.5, and then I do think someone's going to put a large wager to get it down to maybe 6.5. So 7's pretty safe. I like the Indianapolis Colts here. I do think it'll be close. Like I said, Phillip Rivers is not the guy you want to bet on to win the game in a playoff game. He's under 500, but we don't need him to win. We just need him to cover the spread. So in that case, it should be close. If the takeaways are in, you know, the Colts' favor, they could win this game. I do like Buffalo Bills and what they're doing. I still don't believe in them. They have to win another playoff game, see what they're made of. So let's see what happens, but let's go with the Indianapolis Colts as the first pick. Second pick, Los Angeles Rams at the Seattle Seahawks. That's a 4:40 start on Saturday. This game is going to be close. They're 1-1 against each other this year. Thank God there's nobody that's 2-0 because it's really hard to go 3-0. So this makes this pick a little bit easier for me. I do like what Seattle's doing the last 4 games. They put a nice little winning streak going. The Rams haven't looked so good. You know, they have an injured quarterback that's going to come out, play the game. I just like, you know, the coaching staff and everything in Seattle. I like what they do in this time of year. And I do think they'll get the job done. I see them at -3, which has got my head scratching my head a little bit. I know it's a division game, but it opened up at 4. It's already down to 3. So people are betting the Rams. I've seen it at 5 opening in some spots. So I will take the Seattle Seahawks all day. I do think they'll win by a touchdown. Next, Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Washington Football Team. That's an 8:15 start on Saturday. I do think this game is going to be a little bit closer than people think. A lot of people expecting a blowout here. You know, not me. I think that, you know, Washington could stick around. You know, they got a top-rated defense for a reason. They could give Tom Brady a little bit of trouble. They really rely on the passing game. They could slow the passing game down. They've proven that to keep the score low. If they keep the score low, 9 points is within reach. You might even get 10. I'm not sure on that, but if you see anywhere at 10, Washington is going to be a solid play. But I'll take the +9 in the Washington football team to cover this spread and maybe shock the world. Next one, we're going to go to Sunday at 1:05 Eastern Time. Baltimore Ravens at Tennessee Titans. This is my game of the week. It's a rematch. It's a revenge game. It's a rivalry. Everything is pointing in the Baltimore Ravens' favor here to me. I know that Tennessee, you know, really relies on the run. Baltimore should be prepared for this game like they weren't last year. They will be well prepared, and they're coming off a big winning streak of 4 for them. And they're looking really good, and they're scoring a lot of points, and their defense is getting better. Never count out Derrick Henry. I just don't think that Tannehill's going to have to do what he did last year, and he's not that elite of a quarterback to beat a great team twice. So I think Baltimore is going to be one of my top plays at -3. Chicago Bears at the New Orleans Saints, a 4:40 start on Sunday. Yeah, Drew Brees is playing. Kamara is going to play with the COVID. Michael Thomas is going to play injured. So they got a lot of question marks here. You know, the Chicago Bears have been rolling. Take out their last game. No way they could beat Green Bay. I knew that. The public didn't. But this is a game here that's a little tricky. The Bears are plus 10.5. I would lock it in at 10.5 if you can. Any playoff team, I don't care who it is getting 10.5 points. Remember, there's really no home advantage here. And the Saints are a team that always likes to lose the big game, and this would be one of their biggest games they lost in a playoff. Not saying they're going to lose the game, but if Trubisky could limit the turnovers to 0 or 1 turnover, keep them in the game. They got a solid defense if they all play on the same page. They got a solid offensive players. You know, could it be an upset? Maybe. I do think the Saints will win this game, but I don't think by 10.5. I think that's well outrageous. I think all these games are going to be pretty close. It's going to be an exciting weekend, so take the Bears. Last game, 8:15 Eastern. The Cleveland Browns at the Pittsburgh Steelers, and this is my pick of the week. You know, I really like the Pittsburgh Steelers here. Baker Mayfield's going to have to play the biggest game of his career against one of the top defenses on the road. You know, they did beat him last week, and they barely pulled off a victory against, you know, the second-string Pittsburgh Steelers. So Tomlin's one of the smartest coaches. He took that game to take notes, and he's ready for this game. He knows exactly what Cleveland Browns are going to do, and even if he doesn't, he's one of the best coaches at adjusting in the second half. So if this game's close in the second half, you know, I would put a second half bet in on Pittsburgh. I don't think it'll be close at all. I do think that Pittsburgh wins by double digits. Prove me wrong. You know, I want to see the Cleveland Browns do well. Not this game, not this year. So that's my pick and one of my top plays of the week. And make sure you go to bestsportspickstoday.com. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you put comments in there. Make sure you subscribe. You do all that, and then I'll give you the free week at the Sleeper Selections. Go on there, hit the free week, and then I'll give you an extra free week for the second round of the playoffs. This is Anthony Ace Michaels. I'm signing off, and cash in that money this week, guys.